Okay, we're back. And we're going to do Lair this time. I've been thinking a little bit about the future of this channel and of what I want to do to try to extend this 5 streak here. And I'm thinking that maybe, just maybe, haven't decided for sure yet, but maybe I'm going to do like a, instead of going for greater player, I might go for greater, like greater artificer, maybe, or something like that. Greater fighter, greater gladiator, some good class, something that's like good on any species. And the reason for that is to more easily extend the streak, and also to kind of demonstrate how different a background can play on different races. Anyway, it looks like I have a scroll of acquirement that I just didn't bother to use. Let's pick up another book. Book of the Earth. That's pretty sweet, actually. This means, check it out. This means we don't have to go transmutations just yet. Actually, yes, it does, because staff form. But we have Iron Shot now too, which is great. So we're still going to get Summon Force, but the power of those 2 acquirements we found this run has really given us an end game here. Sort of eerily quiet in this lair so far. Hello. Let's get the paralysis, or the petrify, I should say, on this guy. I keep calling it paralysis, but it's not. There we go. Spiny frogs, normally I would be afraid of them, but because I have a hex, a repeatable hex no less, I can take them out quite easily. Hexes are totally awesome against spiny frogs. Turns them into very easily killed things. Let's pull this back here. He's damaged just a little too much. I'm going to reset this fight. Let's hang out here where we can, well, we'll shut a door is what we'll do. No problem. Cool. Actually, I probably shouldn't be auto-exploring. Oh, hello. We've got a Venom Mage. Now, this is actually rather dangerous. Well, I mean, we have our poise, so I don't think Meph Cloud can confuse us. OTR will be a little bit annoying. He doesn't have a whole lot of hit points or defenses. A lot of EV. It's a Spriggan Venom Mage Ghost, so it's going to have EV. Pretty good MR, and more importantly, we can't even petrify him, so we'd have to rely on the wand. So I'm thinking we just don't. Let's skip him for now. I'm happy to maybe berserk and try to kill him if I had a staircase. If I had a staircase to go down. Unfortunately, this kind of sucks, so let's go to a different, a slightly less... Oh wow, this guy. There we go. That didn't quite work out. Let's reset this fight. Oh my god, there's another one. Oh boy. Unfortunately, this is not going to work for getting through here and closing the door. Worst case scenario, we can quaff a haste and walk away, or fear, or do a few other things, but I'm hoping to get the petrify on. Let's eat this. Okay, good. We got the petrify. Let's, okay, good. I'm gonna close the door and reset this fight. I don't want to fight 2 of these at once. We can totally fight them. You know, I'm going to stop being stubborn, actually. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to train just a little bit of pole arms. Just enough to get this down to Like, make it a little more accurate, make it a little more, a little faster, you know? Because, I mean, look at this. We shouldn't be having this much trouble killing something that's petrified. I mean, look at that. We'll just get polearms to, like, 3 or 5. There we go. I mean, there we go. Killed 2 Komodos, and our polearms is already at a 2. There's like no reason for us to be being finicky about doing that. Let's see what the speed is. 6.1. Looking at the time. 7.4. So still 1.3, which is, I believe, where it started at. My God, so many Komodos. Let's back up a bit. Unfortunately, it wasn't. Oh, come on. There we go. Got him. This, oh boy. This lair has a lot of Komodo dragons on lair 1. And quite a few things at the same time here. See if we can't finish off the... Yep, got him. Alright, that wasn't too bad. A little spooky. Could have been better, could have been worse. Let's not fight the ghost. Oh, no. Well, that's a bit of a problem. Geez, I messed that up. Things that are petrifying generally will not follow you. You know what? I have an answer for this. If we go down, the absolute most damage we can take is 20... 20 plus 34 is 54. That's just too much. And we don't have an invis to take. Yep, that was a real mistake. We've trapped ourselves up here. Okay, that's not the end of the world. I guess I could Zerk and go down, but I'm not so sure about all that. I'm thinking what we have to do is we need to finish out dungeon now. Bit of a shame. Definitely a misplay. Although, I mean, geez, they really... It was a lot of Komodo dragons, I'll say that much. And Komodo dragons have okay MR. Wow, we've already almost got staff form online, so that's pretty cool. I'm thinking that what we're probably going to do is rush to staff form. Staff form would make that stuff no problem. Yeah. So why don't we stop training? We've got polearms to, let's see, how much speed? Okay, we got it down to 1.2. We reduced the speed a bit. Now let's... Spellcastings, transmutations, earth magic. We're going to memorize staff form, and then we're going to be defensive enough to be able to actually handle that stuff. Oh boy. Let's fight this thing alone, and not with his friends. I don't mess around with hornets. He could definitely just paralyze me, so I'm going to LRD him, even if it is a bit noisy. And I'm going to LRD this skeleton, because you can do that. Let's go up. No reason to fight all this stuff all at the same time, even if it is just kobolds. I probably should have been using LRD a little more. I was just trying not to make too much damage near the staircase, and, well, That didn't really make, that didn't really work out for me. I could have probably, handled the Komodo dragons in another way, too. I could have, whoa, what am I doing? Walked right up to a troll. Okay, good. But yeah, we could have, like, stone arrowed them and closed doors. I think I still have stone arrow. Yeah, I do. Let's lightning this thing. And then go up the stairs because we've made a ton of noise. It's something about this character. I don't know what it is, but I'm just playing badly. Maybe I'm playing a little too quickly. It's like the curse of the demigods. Something about it I've always had trouble. It's one of the reasons I picked this as the next thing to play, is because it's, for whatever reason, it's more of a challenge race for me, I think, than most people. Let's, this isn't ideal. Let's, I would really like to petrify the Orc Priest. Okay, good, he's being petrified. Now we can just walk away. And hopefully pull the one. Oh man, we've run into an ogre. Well, he's being petrified, but this is not ideal. Okay, we got him. Let's just walk out. And come back in with full hit points and just kill this dude. Cool. Trying to melee a little too much, but I mean, the game saw fit to give me finisher, so it's hard to resist using it a little bit, you know. Not that it's like an amazing weapon, but it's okay. Gotta remember I'm a pure caster, though. Of course, I'm trying to save my spell hunger a bit, too. Not casting LRD too often is a good way to do that. Okay, let's take a step back from this dude. He doesn't see us. Let's pop on resist corrosion. Because he can blast us, and, well, we don't want that to happen. Ooh, vault guards. I guess this is probably where the vaults are. I guess it has to be. I thought D11 was too early. I'll just zap him. Ran out of lightning bolt. Let's walk backwards and reset the fight. LRD didn't quite work out for us there. I was hoping that would finish it. No such luck. Let's just go down. Yeah, I guess it's just like a stray vault guard, probably. Not the entrance to vaults proper. Okay, let's put our resist poison back on. Yeah, normally I would be training evocations right now with all these wands and all these scrolls of recharging. I would get at least a little bit, but our experience is necessarily stretched thin because we're a demigod. And I really, really, really want to get stat form online. Hugely important. To the extent that let's go ahead and amnesia off Stone Arrow. And that way we'll have a spell level soon. We don't want Stone Arrow anyway. We're gonna have Iron Shot before too long, and it's strictly better in almost every way. So, other than mana cost. So, There's no reason to have both. And plus we have LRD to do damage if we really need to. Cool, identify scroll. Let's use it on this amulet. Unfortunately, we have not identified harm yet. Is that... Oh, it is. It's Trove. Potions of Resistance. Well, we have 0 potions of resistance, but that's a trove that might be worth going into. Okay, we don't want this dude next to us. And we failed to get the Petrify on him. So let's, yeah, let's just reset the fight. Using up a lot of my food, unfortunately. I'm gonna see if I can't grab some more real quick down here. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that's a lot of stuff. Not particularly good. They can smite for I think as much. I think all smites are the same. Let's see. Smiting 7, yeah, it's always 7 to 17. This is kind of rough. They're susceptible to poison. Let's make a ton of snakes. Open it up. Walk backwards and keep only like 1 or 2 of these guys in range at the same time. And if he smites me even once... Oh man. I'm gonna try to petrify... Oh, come on. Oh man. See, the thing is they could do like 60 damage to me. Jeez. I'm gonna go up. This way we only have to fight the one. Okay, got him. Awesome. That was a bit risky. We could have taken like 60 damage and then another 20. Oh, we are next to an ogre. We don't want to be next to an ogre. Let's try door number 3. Okay, this Vault Guard doesn't want to go down. Vault Guards actually have okay MR. Not enough to really stop you once you have some good training in your hex, but enough to cause a problem when you're kind of an amateur like we are. This shouldn't be a problem. Take them right down. Oh hey, easy enough to just absolutely annihilate the gargoyle. Gargoyles don't go down very easy. To LRD. Sort of free experience, honestly. LRD is a really good spell. The fact that you can just go straight Earth and jump directly into Shatter, I mean, I'm tempted to really go straight for Earth because Shatter is available to us now. I mean, we've got an end game. Oh, let's go up. Got him, okay. Very good, very good. And we've got so much intelligence, we'll have Shatter online in no time at all. The lack of spell enhancers is unfortunate, but hey, we started as Earth, you know? And the game was kind enough to actually give us books that we wanted when we acquired books. For the most part. Okay, that was all 3 of the melee eyes. Oh boy. That's a Hydra. We have teleports. We could try to petrify, but I don't want to. And 5 heads, so he can technically one-shot us. Let's open the door. Oh, man! He got the double energy. God, I hate random energy. We're gonna have to teleport. Thankfully, we didn't, jeez, he made me use a resource because of random energy. It's so lame. Like, I had that planned out perfectly, but apparently not so perfectly. You gotta take into account, like, I knew that was possible, but it's always a real disappointment when it happens. Because it's like, it's rare, relatively rare anyway. It's not super common. But they can just move twice sometimes. I mean, we could have died there if he had, like if he had gotten double energy again, or if he had hit us for full force with all of his attacks. We only have we only had 97 hit points, so technically I think he can do 20 per hit. Let's go up. I don't want to deal with fighting that hound. Okay, finally we've got. It's not quite working out. Geez, so many hit points, these Vault Guards. We're just a little underleveled to be fighting something like that right now. Of course, you know, if I really wanted to kill that Vault Guard, I could Sticks to Snakes him to death. Something to keep in mind. Nice. I like it when the petrifying one moves back, and then I just get to use Petrify to clear him out, you know? And a Wand of Confusion. Now, we have Enchant Weapon. I don't know what I would even use this on. With Finisher, I'm just going to turn off Enchant Weapon. I'm even going to drop the Short Sword of Venom and the Poison Needles and whatnot. This is the only weapon I'm probably ever going to use, and I'm going to swap to Unarmed Combat before too long. It's kind of interesting how this started out as a Lair video, and I kind of have to clear out the dungeon now. Oh, he has a wand. That's my fault. That's my fault for luring all that stuff to the Lair entrance. Let's go ahead and memorize Statue Form. And now we have Statue Form online. I'm going to turn off spellcasting. I'm going to focus on Earth and Transmutations and get Staff Form down to yellow. Now, there is a Hydra in here. I'm sure of it. Too bad we can't pass wall through stone. You know what I'm gonna do? This is fine. I'm gonna make a ton of snakes that I can walk through. Okay, that's empty. I'm a little confused because I could have sworn that if this is the vault I'm thinking of... Oh. Okay, I'm wrong. I got tricked. There's another vault that looks a whole lot like this that has a Hydra inside, but you're always provided with a fire weapon, as if to say, like, here, use this. Okay, this could have been a bit dangerous. Oh man, I did that wrong. I hostiled my own moccasin. Whoops. Let's, man, I wish I had more immolation. I would definitely use that here. Totally messed this one up. Unfortunately, no flaming on weapons that are edged, so we can't go into melee with these dudes. Alright. Let's just use Sticks to Snakes to finish this dude off, instead of fooling around with him so much. Oh, right. He has axes. Something I didn't quite take into account. He's going to kill my snakes rather quickly. Okay, good. He's being paralyzed. Okay, cool. Done. Staff form down to 19%. Unfortunately, staff form doesn't really help us against hydras yet, since we don't have unarmed combat training. Oh, there's our hydra friend. And he's already getting random energy on us, but not enough to get him to us. You know what? I'm gonna see if I can't. Some time has passed. I think this stuff might have moved, but even if it hasn't, I can go ahead and use statue form. There we go. Go down. Oh. See, that's interesting. I didn't know it worked like that. I've been gone for so many turns, but this dude is still petrified. I just want to finish him. It's just not working. Well, that's okay. Finisher not living up to its name. Okay, we'll staff form again. We'll go down. We're gonna just go up and kill this guy. Go back down. The ghost seems to have gone. Let's shout. Okay, yeah. I'm fine bringing stuff to this staircase now, unless it's like a hydra. Okay, we can kill him easy. All he had was poison, so in staff form we're immune. Now we're like a powerhouse. I'm afraid of nothing except for hydras in here, and even those I can kill given enough effort. Of course, I don't want to be spamming staff form just yet, because, well, it can petrify me if I miscast at the current rate. Could really use like a wizardry ring, like a single pip of wizardry would be really nice right now. Okay, we got some metal here. Metal does a ton of damage when you LRD it, so it's pretty nice to just, well, it's pretty useful when you can LRD metal. So if you're playing an Earth Elementalist and you're next to one of these structures, chances are good you're not going to blow the stuff up, but you are going to do a ton of damage to the stuff near it. Very hard to destroy metal. Takes a lot of MR, or not MR, but spell power, I mean to say. And we're getting stronger all the while. Nice, we got another statue, or another potion of haste, I mean to say. Have quite a lot now. If we were to die now, it would be, there's no question it would be my fault. The only time I ever think that no-fault deaths exist is generally when you have less than 100 hit points, although it's still technically possible. We could go down and have like a hydra, like 2 hydras next to us, so I'm going to start going down in staff form. Let's drop these wands of flame. And I'll identify this potion. Ice Blast, that'll let us kill hydras. Oh, okay, we got Tanner here, or Fanner, I should say. Well, we don't really have a source of RC, and he can do some pretty nasty spells. Pretty high damage spells. I want to say he can do 60 damage at least. Let's see. Bolt of Cold, 3d8, yeah, so almost 60 damage. Can't really paralyze him. We can sort of petrify him. Let's shout and pull him to the staircase, and I'm just going to try to petrify. Yeah, we're getting the petrify. Alright, we'll just explode him now. And he's done. Let's do the fruit. I went upstairs to cast statue form because, again, I don't want to get petrified. I have to be careful. I wonder if Finisher, like at what point Finisher will become inferior to unarmed combat in staff form. I'm curious about that. Not really sure. Also, I probably should have pushed the final little bit to get Summon Forest online. It is a bit irritating sitting here not being able to do it because, you know, because I'll get abyssed possibly, and that's not a thing we want. That's basically suicide at this point in the game. Wand of Flame we don't want. Is that all we left there? Yeah. Let's inventory manage because now I'm full up on stuff. Ring of Ice, I like that. We now have a source of RC+. We have 2 sources of RF+, including my robe. We're gonna drop this. We're actually probably not gonna go Dragon Form for a while. Actually, I'll keep these books on me because I'm eventually gonna want it. I'll drop the Staff of Summoning. I don't see myself using that. I'm not really sure why the Staff of Summoning exists. Spell power is not hugely important for summoning, unless you're talking about Malign Gateway, in which case it's okay. So it's a bit odd to have a spell enhancer for that school. Okay, what do I want to drop? I want to drop this Disintegration. I'll drop this 1 Paralysis. And we'll drop the Confusion. Since we have Paralysis as a Hex anyway, that doesn't cost magic. Down to 48 slots. That'll have to do for now, I think. We petrify and shatter the Basilisk in a moment of supreme irony. Ooh, let's see if we can't petrify this dude. Cool, he's being petrified. Let's go to the staircase. We're out of mana, so we're getting close to out of mana. You know what? I'm gonna go up. I'm gonna rest, and I'm gonna staff form. Then we'll just fight this stuff. Because realistically, what are they gonna do to me when I have 30 AC? Not a lot. Probably should be taking this a little more seriously. Let's Ice Blast that dude. He couldn't have killed me, but if I just kept tabbing into him, he could have. Well, this guy is annoying. I'm gonna make snakes, and lots of them. And they should kill him just fine. A lot of petrification around him. I don't think I've ever used sticks to snakes against this guy before. Doesn't seem to work out too well. Everything ends up paralyzed. Surely he didn't die. He must have just wandered off. Which is a little surprising. Yeah, there he is. Let's just eat some fruits here, and then we'll Well, he's got MR to the point where petrifying doesn't seem likely, as funny as that would be. I think what we're going to do is we're just going to... Oh, come on, buddy. Unfortunately, his clouds are blocking line of sight. Let's see if I can't... Yeah, that's not really working. I mean, it is. We're getting a little work done on him, but... Oh, there we go, almost. How is he moving so fast, despite stopping to blast me every so often, is the question. Well, we're out of mana now. Yeah, my instinct is that I should just be ignoring him. And not, you know, I can come back for him later. Perhaps once I have Summon Forest castable. Summon Forest would kill him pretty much by itself. So, okay, let's see what this thing is. Hopefully Earth. Nope, it's fire. And we'll go down. Oh, hey. It's one of these elevator staircases. Any artifacts? Nope, just the scythe. Sometimes I like to search for artifacts in case I missed any. Okay, Wand of Clouds. That's probably good enough to make me stop being stubborn and train some evocations. I'll do it as soon as I have. I'm going to train evocations, and it's going to be late, but I'm going to do it after I have Stat Form Yellow and Summon Forest Yellow. We'll do evocations and unarmed combat. Which, unfortunately, probably a little late for Lair. Okay. How do I identify? Let's identify this amulet. You know, Amulet of Magic Regeneration is actually hugely good for me. So we're going to use that. One of the main things I've been having trouble with killing things is running out of mana. Okay, we got some Ice Dragon armor, but I'm not wearing that. Got a little more AC, always good to see. Let's I'm gonna read ID this plus this three stack. Looks like it's blinking. Sad to waste a blinking, but I'm happy to have that identified. It occurred to me that I was getting some decent sized stacks. Of scrolls. Nice. That is the power of it's the power of LRD. Really good stuff. Would be nice if Staff of Earth had spawned. Actually, there's another staff on D8. Maybe I should go get it. I always miss these. I need to set them to auto pickup, perhaps. Is there a... Yeah, unknown magical staves. Let's auto pick those up. Staff of Energy. Okay, that's actually worth using for us. Yeah, that's a decent choice for us. That's funny that he's petrified, but he still makes me slow. I didn't know that. Okay, I don't want to be slept, so let's go back to the staircase. Now I can spam LRD and not have my my food go down quite so much. I'm gonna drop this Amulet of Rage. I'm not gonna need it. Maybe we'll go grab it later, but I doubt it. Drop Disintegration, and I'm gonna keep Lightning, I guess. I'll drop Ice Blast. Okay, cool. I'm fairly low on spells, like spell levels to memorize, unfortunately. And I don't think we've really frivolously memorized too much, except for Summon Forest, I suppose. But now the staff form is in the yellow. That means it's time to go back into using that. That's a Siren. This could end rather badly. Let's exclude that off for now. This is fine. Let's take a step back and we'll just let the Basilisk die to the exploding statue. Frog. Which is a pretty good strategy in the general case. Putting one thing in petrification and then blowing up the thing next to it. Oh man. Oh man, I really don't want to get Siren Songed. Well, on the other hand, I have enough mana that I can spam Petrify on this dude. Okay, now we're Siren Songed, but it's no big deal. I'm gonna go right to him, and he's gonna be paralyzed the whole time. I'm good. I really didn't want to fight him. Is there anything we can Amnesia here? I guess we could Amnesia Pass Wall, but it's actually an okay panic button in certain situations. So I don't want to. All this stuff, all these spells are good. So I think what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to turn off Scrolls of Amnesia for pickup, just for inventory management. We'll come back and grab it if we need to. And let's identify something. How about the Wand of Clouds? Really good wand. Okay, and you know, this water makes me nervous. I guess it's, yeah, I guess there's no hydras around. It's not quite so deep, but I really ought to, in my RC, I really ought to turn water, like shallow water off on Auto Explore, because that can get you killed. Generally only in Lair, but it can get you killed. Okay, good stuff. That Hydra doesn't even know what's going on. Like, I made all this noise, but... Oh, good. Petrification, now we just blow him up. We'll hit him with lightning as well. Not bad for no evocations training. Okay, cool. That's half of Lair. little more than half, actually, since we've already done a good portion of this. Hey, you know what? Let's drop everything but bread. That'll give us some inventory slots. Forgot about my food. Okay, let's take this stuff out with the power of Petrify. Oh boy, this is more stuff than I want to fight at the same time. And that's what I get for making so much noise. Got a bunch of Identify, very good, and we found the Amulet of Harm. Wouldn't be half bad to wear on this character compared to most characters, but still pretty crappy, so I'm not going to fool with that. The Staff of Energy is a pretty good find. I like that it's letting me spam LRD with no regard for my hunger. I mean, I'm still having to eat permafood for some reason. Just not finding very much food, I guess. Let's see if we can't make it to the staircase. Looks like there's some stuff in the way. We may end up having to teleport. But you know what? Let's just staff form and duke it out. I think we can fight this stuff in staff form. 31 AC, 13 EV. No problem. No problem at all. And hey, you know what? We got Summon Forest as well. Even if it's miscasting a million times. So yeah, that's pretty solid. Pretty good stuff. So let's do the forest, let's do staff form. Well, do I want to do staff form? Yeah, I do. I think that I can fight this stuff off probably. I don't know, he still does pretty good damage to me. I'll make some snakes. And just kill this stuff with minions for the most part. Swing with finisher over top of these dudes. We're not quite to the point where we can just duke it out with Death EX, even in staff form. Possibly not even elephants either. Let's summon another forest. These dudes do what? 20 damage max? Yeah, 31 AC doesn't quite cut it. Well, what is... Whoa, 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 what is happening? Okay, that's just a visual glitch. I saw this malign gateway and I started to freak out. Yeah, it's just a Snaplasher Vine glitching out. I was like, how did I get... I was thinking to myself, like, how did I get a malign gateway? Like, there's no... I thought it was a miscast at first, which didn't make sense since this is only yellow. It's kind of funny. Okay, the roots are still doing some work. Enough to kill off these elephants. Not bad. So now we can finally go toe-to-toe with all this stuff. Pretty cool. Well, these blink frogs. Quite a lot of them. Whoa! Took a lot of damage there from our own LRD. Okay, not bad. Almost done with Lair. Hardest floor is yet to come, but we've got enough resources now that we should be okay. Do we have this below 10? Yeah, we got it at 10. Alright, so I'm going to do spellcasting, evocations, and I suppose unarmed combat. I think this is the way to go. We'll get more magic that way, we'll get more spell levels to memorize some of this nice stuff. Should be just fine. What did we get there? Oh, staff. Yeah, Staff of Earth. So that's cool. Now, with enough spellcasting, we'll have 0 hunger, even without using the energy, because our intelligence is so insanely high. It's a factor of intelligence and spellcasting. So, it's good stuff. We just have to get there. Right now, unfortunately, LRD, Summon Forest, and Staff Form still give us quite a bit of hunger. So I'm going to stick to the Staff of Energy. We don't need that spell power. But I might consider swapping to Earth in, like, emergency situations. Really good game so far. I had a rough patch on D4 with that Centaur. But otherwise, really good game. So this is Lair 6. We didn't get any portals in here, but I'm not complaining because we had way too many in dungeon. That Bailey was rough. Oh. And they immediately wake up. Josephine and her wraiths, which we cannot... I don't think you can petrify a wraith. It says 45% chance, but that's probably a glitch. Oh, nice. Let's staff form. Let's rest up. Sadly, we got shoals instead of swamp. I'm always sad to see that, but I'm especially sad to see it on a character that has access to this Summon Forest, because Summon Forest in swamp is hilariously good. Oh man, I don't want to be put to sleep here, so let's... Yeah, I think I just got put to sleep. Did I? Ah, no, I didn't. It was just the slowness of staff form. Okay, not bad. That worked out. Not familiar with this Lair 6. Something odd is going on here, I think. Maybe it's... I just haven't seen any fixtures yet, but I don't recognize any of the vaults or anything here yet. Okay, we've got her here. She has Dagger of Electrocution. Let's do a forest and try to duke it out with some of this stuff. Nice. Now, thankfully, we will resist Ghostly Flame for the most part, to a degree. Okay, I reached attack, I missed the Wraith. Now I've got a Wraith next to me, that's not good. But you know, I think I'm better off. No, I think I'm gonna go up. Okay, we kill the Wraith so we don't get slowed. Now we'll just duke it out with her, I guess. Wait, can I petrify her? 45%. Jeez, that's just not working. There we go. Got her. Probably would have been better if I just swung on her, honestly. Okay, come on. Please be Archmagi. Nope, but you know what? I'll take magic resistance. That's really good. You should know by now, if you watch these videos at all, how highly I value magic resistance. Yep, the Wraith is unaffected, so you cannot petrify them. But oddly enough, there's no warning of that. You'd think there would be. Usually there is a warning for things like that. It'll be like, it'll say something like, you can't do that, you know? Ouch. Let's go up. Go back into staff form, but we can't. Didn't have enough mana at the time. That's okay. Let's head down a different staircase. It's a little hard to tell if visually, without looking over to the right, if I'm in statue form or not, based on this sprite. Oh, this is way too much stuff. Even in staff form, this is, wow, this is way too much. Let's blink. Let's make a forest, and let's blink again. And make some snakes. Okay, that's better. Let's not get cocky, yeah. A little too much stuff at the same time for this character. Maybe once I had some more EV, a little more AC. Thankfully, we do not get paralyzed, or I should say petrified, not the same thing, by the basilisk. That would be a real problem. However, we do have cancellation on hand, so it wouldn't be the end of the world. Wow, Boggart. We must have, based on the Spriggans and whatnot, I'm assuming we've got the forest end. We're approaching 1 hour on the video. I'll probably cut it as soon as we finish this, even if I did a little bit of dungeon. We'll save that for another video. Oh, running out of mana. And we got the Boggart chasing us. Whoa, he blinked behind me. Let's go staff form. And go up. Sadly, he has followed us. I'm going to make the forest here. Can you see invisible? No, you cannot. What to do? I would really like to kill the Boggart. But I think we need to bring this stuff near the trees. Let's reach to swing on the Boggart. He doesn't really want to die. Oh, there we go, finally. Boggarts are actually really, really powerful enemies, even in areas where it's not, you know, it's not quite depths yet, and you don't have super tough things to summon. It's still quite good. Okay, now the forest presents a little bit of a problem for us. I can't LRD the walls there, so we're going to have to rely on Petrify even more than we usually do. On the other hand, I've got Summon Forest, so, you know, come to think of it, I should just be fighting in there rather than luring stuff out here. Because, man, Summon Forest is going to be amazing in there. Making so much noise, everything's just coming to me. You know, I have access to Shatter. Maybe I should just be training nothing but Earth Magic, honestly. It's very tempting, especially with Iron Shot also being available. I could really get some work done with just those two spells. All right, this is cool. I don't know if there's enough room for me to summon Forest in here, though. Probably not. Oh, hey, enchant armor. We'll enchant up our ox slots. I think we pretty much lured everything out of here. Okay, really bad loot. That's what I'm talking about with the trees getting absurd. Okay, let's go back. Let's just walk backwards so that we can make summon forest again. I shouldn't be messing around with these guys. They can sleep me, but we'll just kill them with the power of LRD. Spriggan had a potion of berserking there. Not a big deal though when you got all these trees going crazy around him. Yeah, really powerful character now. I mean, 29 intelligence. Demigods are, in my opinion, strictly superior to deep elves for pure casting. Well, maybe not. Gods are, if you select a god for survival, then perhaps not. But in terms of like just raw stats, and I don't mean statistics as in strength, intelligence, dex, although that comes into play. I think in terms of like survivability of the character on its own, you've got more hit points, significantly so. Like significantly more hit points than a deep elf, but you've got comparable intelligence. So unless the deep elf is worshipping some god like Rue that provides really good panic buttons, I mean, I think the demigod pretty much always wins. I think we've pretty much cleared out Lair 6. Nothing terribly interesting in terms of loot, but I can't complain. I've got everything this character would ever want, really. Well, not everything, but... Ah, cool. Scroll of Invulnerability, or Scroll of Vulnerability, I mean. That'll be really useful for petrifying things. But, yeah, anyway, no good loot in Lair, or nothing particularly interesting. But in terms of spells, we're good to go. Good to go. We can finish out pretty much the... We have everything we would need to finish out 15 runes already. The only thing I could really ask for is some artifact armor to give me some resistances. But we're totally set on offense. Just kind of have to decide which direction we're going to take the character. Making mistakes with experience and where you're putting it, like where you're putting your training on a demigod, is actually pretty deadly because you don't get to fix the problem very quickly. So that's something to keep in mind. All right. Cool. Okay, so let's stop the video here. We'll do Dungeon and Orc next. I don't really have enough MR for Orc, unfortunately. But, well, to do it comfortably, we can use our usual tricks to make it a little bit easier. Especially since we have these summons to get in the way of any paralysis. So I don't think it'll be too big of a deal. And we even have staff form to deal with any 6 Furries that get spawned. We'll have Aralak. So it couldn't be too bad. But I think that pretty soon, like I'll probably, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn evocations on now. Next video I'll take it to 5. Then we're going to turn evocations off forever. And we're going to train Earth, spellcasting, and probably fighting. I don't see myself actually swapping to UC anytime soon. This character is really more of a caster. Eventually we'll punch things with staff form, but this is not the troll. Staff form, in my opinion, on this character is going to be more of a... it's going to be more like a defensive tool. And we'll be happy to swing on things in it with the scythe, I think, for a good long while. Especially if I can get Iron Shot online, that kills everything, really. What I probably don't want to do is I don't want to be casting spells in staff form, because then I'm just slowed down and I'm killing things slowly. I can do it, and I probably will do it a lot against certain things, but in the general case I shouldn't, because it's just I'm just killing things more slowly. I'm getting less casts per turn. So that's just something to keep in mind. Yeah, that was Lair. Went pretty smoothly. Next time I'll do the rest of Dungeon and Orc. Hope you guys enjoyed. Until then, I'm signing off.